I hereby summon all my ants. Hey everybody, it's Annabelle. I wanted to do a kind of a quick one and a short one for today. And one of the things that I wanted to talk about at this point in Marvel Snap is how little I care about certain things at this point. And it's kind of sad with how new this game is, how certain things I just don't care about. Like, here's Shauna the She-Devil, and she just came out recently, and I could care the least about her as a card. I haven't collected her. I kind of don't want to collect her. And the problem with that is like, I should feel some sort of excitement, joy, wonder about Shauna coming out. But with where I am on the collector's track, and with the fact that this is a Series 5 card, and it's going to be that way for at least a little bit of time, I know that I can't play it, so it means nothing to me. And yeah, there are certain Series 5 cards that I think should always be Series 5. Like, for example, Galactus. Galactus makes sense to be Series 5. And for him to always stay Series 5, that's fine. But to say that Shauna the She-Devil is on the same level as Galactus just gets weird. You know? And the fact is, like, even if you gave me every single credit in the game, I'm not sure I would go and get Shauna. But the fact that it's not my option kind of annoys me at times. That the only way that I can possibly get Shauna is either I gotta get ridiculously lucky on a cash pull, or I need to spend tokens. And just so that you know how hard it is to get tokens, this is my free-to-play account. And it still hasn't got to 6,000 tokens. So, the fact that, you know, I haven't even been able to buy a Series 5 if it shows up is very tough to swallow, you know. This is still at 4,000. I can barely buy Marina Hill. And she's a Series 4. I mean, and to get a Series 5, I'd still need about 13 tokens here or so. And I've been holding on to these tokens since the day that the token shop opened. And I still don't have it, so, you know. And to get every single card, I'm not expecting. But it's really hard to feel like I can care about any of these things. Like, I don't care about Shauna. I don't care about Suri. I don't care about Thanos, because to me, I know I'm not getting them anytime soon. And you can make the same argument if you're on a free-to-play with stuff like Zabu. Or even like Null. You know, I would love to play with Null. You know, Black Panther I'm never going to see anytime soon. I'm missing even... let me take off the variant so I don't see everything a million times. Where are you? Here's Miles Morales, Spider-Man. This card was in the first season pass, and it's still gonna be a long time before it will ever show up in my stuff. So when you're trying to say, here's a card that's just coming out, it means nothing to me. And that's so sad. And there's a way that you can make it feel better, even if it was like, hey, the week that it came out, you can play it. Like, here's it coming out for this week. And you can play it just in any deck. Here's a temporary version of it. Try it out, see if you like it. Have fun playing with it for a week. There's a way where you could have, 10 cards every week that were you could play with, What if just, every week you had a random card that you're missing show up into your library? Not that you got to keep, not that was yours. But, that you just got to play with. I mean, I'm not trying to take money out of Second Dinner's mouth. But I can't feel any kind of emotion for some of these cards. This is one that I know that's coming out soon. This is going to be MODOK. And I just don't care about it. And the fact that I don't care, it speaks almost more about this game at this point. And I want to feel good about this. And the thing is that I don't want to make this a pay-for-advantage system either. Like, there's a part of me that says that, like, hey, they should offer the card right off the bat for, like, $30. If you want this card, pay $30. But then that's like $120 a month to get the cards and stay on top of stuff. And then the people who can pay more get further more. And the only people who feel good about it are the people who are paying. And, it's just that it's like, why do certain cards even have to start at Series 5? Shauna the She-Devil could have started at Series 4 and it'd be fine. She could have started at Series 3 and it would have been fine. Agent Coulson starting at Series 4 would have been fine. Not every card is the end-all be-all deck. And the fact that you treat a new card that comes out that's poor and put it in the same bucket as something like Galactus, saying that, hey, this is worth the same value as Galactus right now, just seems weird. I mean, I want to enjoy the new cards that are coming out. I want to make content on the new cards that are coming out. But I just don't have the wherewithal to do it. And you're losing out on, people caring about this. Because now it's just like, Ghost is coming out. This is Ghost. It's like, it means nothing to me. I could care less that the Ghost is going to come out. Because I know I'm not getting Ghost. I know it's so far down the road that I can't even put energy into caring about it. And when I do get some of these cards in caches, and I've gotten lucky at a few pulls, the card feels lame, for lack of a better word. Because you're almost at the point where it's like, it's about time. Like, I got Luke Cage. Luke Cage is one of the higher cards. But I don't feel good about it because I couldn't do anything about it. And by the time I got it, it was like, oh, yay, Luke Cage. And at the same time, I'm missing some cards that are, like, serious cards, you know, that are known as meta-defining cards. Like, here's Mysterio that I just happened to miss on this. And it almost gets to the point where it's like, I'd rather have Mysterio than Luke Cage. So, it feels weird because Luke Cage requires so much to kind of build around him. And there's really not much that works with Luke Cage as of yet. But something like Mysterio has been a known card since the beginning. I mean, here's Sarah that I'm missing, one of the most meta-defining cards. But, you know, I've got Yellow Jacket. And that's the thing. It's just so weird that I just don't care. And I wish that there was something that they would do about this to make me care more. Even if it was something that I don't want to recommend. And say, like, hey, each card you could buy for $30 or whatever. The week that it came out. I mean, at least then, you could sit there and go, you know, you're paying to play, but then you could play with them. And part of the problem is as the game progresses and the game gets further and further down the road, new cards are going to mean even less to you. Nobody's going to have 6,000 tokens. If you started at the beginning and are just doing stuff day by day and playing free to play from the start that the collector's tokens come out, you might have enough for one Series 5 card. And that's sad, because that came out like 2-3 months ago. I know I'm not the only person who's ever talked about this. I'm not the first person to talk about this, and I probably won't be the last person to talk about this. But when you hit April, and April is when I'm going to say that this is going to be an issue for more than a lot of people, you're going to have a hard time convincing anybody to join this game if you don't fix some of this stuff. Because if, let's just say, Arnim Zola is a meta card. I don't think it is a meta card. I don't think it's the most broken card out there. How hard is it to get Arnim Zola? How hard is it to even get Collection 3 done? You know, if somebody wants a new card, it's like, oh, I just saw that Marvel Snap is bringing out the Living Tribunal. That's an awesome card. I wanna get Marvel Snap, buy the Living Tribunal, play the Living Tribunal, because that's my card. That's my jam. And you just can't because of the fact that there's no way to get it. And after you realize that you can't get it, you say, oh, this game sucks. That's the card I wanted to play. I thought that's a really neat idea. I thought that was a really neat ability. Without having ways to get the newest cards, except through the token shop. And right now, not having a way to buy tokens reliably. And the only way that you can get tokens is through caches. And even when you get tokens through caches, you don't get a lot of them. It makes it so that every new card that comes out, you just sit there and go, I don't care. And trying to tell somebody that you can play the newest card, and if somebody asks you, hey, should I join this game? You almost sit there and go, well, it depends. You know, and that's the problem with this right now. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. And as always, remember, play for